Bonjour, je m'appelle Foxy and welcome to the French Revolution for the Qatar Grand Prix. If you end up enjoying today's video, drop it a like, subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to stop being stereotypical now. Today it is the Qatar Grand Prix, and we are going to be participating in this sprint weekend. So the plan of action is as simple. I'm going to be recording the qualifying and the sprint now. Then I'm going to watch qualifying for the Mexican Grand Prix IRL, and then I'm going to record the race at a different point in human life. So first things first, though, we've got no rain. We've got plenty of developments, but they're all just broken. There's a couple of things in the weekend preview to preview, which we're not previewing. Emma wants some of my deck, and then we want the progress history. Here is the progress history. We are top on the progress history because we've got good progress, and that's about where we need to be, you know what I'm saying? Oosh, boosh, moosh. And that's all I'm going to do for you guys. Let's go to the session. It's our first lap in quali. It is going to be a 21.7, which I think was about 0.2 quicker than the Mercedes on that lap. I made quite a few mistakes because I forgot the layout of the circuit. I'm totally honest with you, I completely forgot. So yeah. Okay, good session there for us. Through into Q2 nicely. 0.2 covers myself, Hamilton and Leclerc on that run. Out in Q1 is kind of the normies really, so rip to them. Right, so for some reason my recording just wasn't working and just had a complete corruption. We're in the final run here of Q2, and I've actually made a massive cock up, and I'm not going to be able to get another lap in. So as I was going through this middle sector here, and as I went through this second left-hand, you can see there I just bounced off the curb and actually spun the car around. So yeah, I can't actually improve on my lap. So unless anybody else improves, which we're about to... Ooh, don't want to restart, that's cheating. Unless anybody improves, we're out of the session. So I have no idea right now. Apologies about that. I was just going through and I just saw my recording. What? Whew, okay. Well, thank God. And that was on my used set of tyres. But thank God we made it through into Q3 because that was a big mistake from us. That's a let-off. Bloody hell, I thought I was going to get knocked out then. That was my fastest lap of the weekend. But Hamilton does the 21.4. Now, this was on a... Never mind. Jesus Christ. Russell, the 21.1. This was on a used set of tyres. This was my tyres that I spun in Q2. So, I have got a fresh set of boots left. So, hopefully that can give me some performance. But bloody hell. That's a massive gap to close. Suck on that. Have some of that. Yeah, you want to do 20.1, 21.1s? Oi. Come watch my 20.6s and shove it right up your bundle, my son. Oh, juicy that. Wasn't even that. I could have gone even faster. Man made bare mistakes, but it doesn't matter. Jesus, look at that. Jeez. What the hell happened to Red Bull? What a bunch of flops. Right, it is sprint time here for the Qatar Grand Prix. And I think we are going to run the softs. I've got a fresh set of softs available. Hopefully they don't degrade too much. Although, in saying that, I did have very high degradation in practice. But it is what it is. The sprint is about learning. Everyone's going soft. Alright, calm. Bless. Fine. 5 lights. Play the clip.
And it's lights out and away we go!
What a simple start. I'm just have a clean run into turn 1. Right, learnings that we can take from the first 2 laps of this race. I really don't have that good straight line speed, actually. Like, really poor. Science is closing. I mean, Science is... I'm pulling away from Science, obviously. Because I'm literally just flapping around in these softs like mojos. But I've got really poor straight line speed. So if in the main race where we have to manage more, I can't push as hard, I could be under threat. I know we're only 5 laps into a sprint where I'm 3.5 seconds clear of clear of the field. But the main actual race itself is going to be a big struggle for me. 100%. And I know what you're probably thinking. Well, hang on a minute. How? How is it going to be any different? Well, I won't be able to push as hard. The tyre wear is significant around here. A lot more than I expected. My straight line speed is horrific. So if they keep up with me in the first 2 laps, alright, granted I bolted away in this circumstance, but I'm on a fresh set of soft tyres that, you know, are only doing 7 laps. So they've kind of got the entitlement to bolt a bit, you know, in the first 2 or 3 laps of their stint. So you can kind of accept it there. But despite that, There's just not a lot of pace in terms of straight line speed. The battery is quite low. So realistically, if I can't get it right at the start of the race, I'm in for a struggle. That is for sure. In this lap, I seem to be doing quite well, actually. This lap, I'm pulling away from Russell, actually. So he's stuck in that DRS trap at the moment. So he can stay there for all I care. Oh, God. Don't do that. One more lap of this. Well, this is the last lap of the sprint. Don't want to be doing unnecessary risks like that. Nearly sent me to the oblivion. That was a poor final corner. How's the tyre wear holding up? 50%. Legit, mad. Strong tyre wear. We'll come through and win the sprint, though. But, again, I felt quick because I was able to just push flat out. I feel like with lots of management, mediums and hards, I think it might be a different situation. I might be wrong. I might just blitz the main race when I'm downplaying myself. But I don't know. It was an interesting one. Regardless, though, we won the sprint convincingly. But let's have a look at the rest of the standings, though, because I want to see where Red Bull finished. So, Verstappen picks up 3 points, and Perez doesn't pick up anything. So we closed the gap to Red Bull 5 points. However, Mercedes-Benz yet again have caused me problems here because they've gained 11 points from this. So they've actually pulled another 3 points clear of us. In terms of sprint race results, you can see here that we were comfortably quickest of anybody else. And like I said, look, my fastest lap is like a second clear, but it doesn't reflect the full, the full piece. If you look at my lap times, I set my 22.5 on that lap, then I was in the 22.6s. 23.7, and then I'm banging to the 24s, consistently. Whereas the likes of Russell, for example, he set his 23.0, then he's in the 23s here. So this is when I was in the 22.6s pulling clear. Then he's faster than me. This lap, that's the lap that he overtook Sainz, so he was covering his battery, and then he's matching me again. So they can match my pace. It's that early stint when the fresh tyres are there, I'm quicker. It's when the tyres start to wear, that's where I come into fall back into them, and of course there'll be a lot more wear in the main race. But this is a quick look at the standings. No one cares about the Drivers' Championship. Your boy's wrapping that one up. It's the Constructors that I'm worried about here. Mercedes are now 6 points behind Red Bull in the Constructors. We're 35 points behind Red Bull, but again, Mercedes keep pulling clear, so it's making it a lot more difficult for me when Gasly's just not putting in the performances. Okay, it is main event time for the Qatar Grand Prix, and that is basically the strategy I was going to do, apart from I was going to edit so that I'd actually do about equal on tyre stint. I'm going to keep the fuel about high-ish. I've also upped the difficulty a little bit for this race, because even though the sprint was very dominant, I still feel like it'll... Oh god, Russell's gone soft on me, ass. Okay. Play the clip again!
And it's lights out and away we go!
Alright, Russell's had a bad start, that's key. Sainz is on the hard. Russell's repassed Sainz, he has. So Russell on the soft tyres behind us. We have to keep him behind. First lap in the books, fastest lap, Russell's closing. He's not going to make a move into turn 1. Alright, he tried to. Hamilton's just passed Sainz as well. So we are fighting the Mercs alone. Oh, Russell's going for it. You little bugger. I also have no idea if this difficulty that I've selected is even remotely my skill level. But we'll find out one way or another. I've pushed really hard on this lap. Really hard to try and avoid the toe that George Russell can get, and also DRS. So there is also a yellow flag. I'm not sure who fought. I'll let you know when I see it. Magnussen, on board with Magnussen here. She's coming down the straight. Looks like it's just a mechanical failure. No safety car, nothing like that. He just pulls over to the side of the track. And that's, well, game over for him, really. Still no safety cars. I genuinely as well, right? This is what really upsets my face, right? Rules and flags, right? Red flags, standard. I haven't had one red flag yet this entire career mode. I feel like I'm just being racially abused because I'm French. Finding it really hard to pull away from Russell. I've got a massive straight line speed deficit. Right, monitor the gap, look. 1.9 at the start of this. 2 seconds, alright, at this straight. Watch it now as we get to the end of the straight. Down to 1.9. Gap down to 1.8. 1.7. I lost 0.3 in that straight. I think Russell's tyres are going off. Gap's up to 2.7. That was the second taken on that last lap. Hamilton's cue the Stormzy clip.
Even it's been a weird these past few months. Knowing out
Hamilton is maintaining the gap between myself and him is what I was trying to get out of my mouth. What you heard was pure rush. Russell's tyres have definitely gone off the cliff, and he's just allowing Hamilton to stay with him, and I'm pulling away. Okay, Russell pits. That's interesting. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see what tyres he goes on to, but we're due to pit this lap for hards. Right, we're coming in. I'm just going to cover him off. I'm going to go on to the hards and just do what I do. I'll be slower in the opening phase of the stint, but just like what happened in the back end of this stint, I'll have the better tyre wear. Hamilton carries on. Everyone on mediums is carrying on. Are they all going to go softs to the end? If they go softs to the end, I'm done for. Like, that's just, fact. Perez in on mediums. On softs. He's going to go hard tyres. Okay, so Perez gives me a bit of hope. But no one else is, basically. I have no idea what's the right or wrong call here. This is the moment of truth and what everyone goes on to. Everyone's on hards. So Russell stays on the mediums. We've gone purple final sector. I feel at one with this track on the hard tyres. They feel so much better to drive with. It's a new fast lap of the race by about 100th of a second, which is nice to see. We're pulling the gap now to Russell. 6.6 to him. It's only going to get bigger as the tyre wear swings into my favour. Remember, he pitted onto those mediums earlier than I pitted onto these hards. And Hamilton's dropping back now. I've dropped 2 seconds on him. Let's just put it out here, right? This track is easily the best track in the game, just to drive. It's amazing. It's just so fun to just fling the car through every single corner. Obviously, you need a car that's obedient first to do that. But it's just hella fun to drive. I'm just flat out. Like, my finger is going numb at the moment. Just because it's been on the throttle all the time. It's so much fun. We've dropped the gap to Russell. His tyre wear is coming into play now, which is fine by me. Gasly, meanwhile, I don't think is in the points, which is just horrible because I think after this race, Mercedes are going to overtake Red Bull in the constructors. And if they do that, then I can't see us catching Mercedes in the constructors. Like I can catch Red Bull single-handedly, but we've got the fastest car in the performance index, and Gasly can't get points right now. Like, I don't know what more I can do to this Alpine to make it better, apart from just keep spamming upgrades on. But Gasly needs to put in the performances, and he's not. And it's really, really hurting us. Russell and Hamilton, meanwhile, are on a different level. There we go then. Last corner complete. I pushed for a fastest lap, but we're not going to get it. But who cares? It is what it is. We take the win here in Qatar in quite spectacular fashion, actually. And wow, that was a brilliant performance. I love this track, man. This track's awesome. Just make me race round here every single time. I'll just be satisfied in my pants. Okay, so we ended up winning the Grand Prix by 9.6 seconds at the end, and we did take the fastest lap, just about actually, from George Russell. He was about a tenth and a bit off of my fastest lap there in the end. Annoyingly, Pierre Gasly only finishes in P10 and picks up a solitary point, but with Hamilton and Russell finishing second and third, this is what I was trying to talk about. In the Drivers' Championship, we are 102 points clear. It's pretty much mathematical now that we're going to win the Drivers' Championship, and yeah, the races in the second half of the season have been a lot easier. I did up the difficulty for this event, but I'm not somebody that wants to stress out in every single race. I just want to, chill out and have fun, and that's what it is. And if it makes the championship a bit boring, drivers-wise, it is what it is. It's the constructors which I'm worried about, and this is my worry. Mercedes are now top of the Constructors' Championship. We are only 35 points behind Mercedes, but they are consistently putting in performances that put them in this position of just extending the gap. And they've done it again here in this weekend. And unless Gasly really picks it up now in these final 4 or 5 races that I've got in this series, I can't see us winning the Constructors and we're going to miss out to Mercedes. But it is what it is. We're going to go on though, and we're just going to slap on some more upgrades and desperately see if we can get onto the back of Mercedes-Benz. Okay, so we have a marketing event to go to. It's that time again for marketing to run an Ask the Drivers feature. Do you have time to answer the latest batch of fan questions? Sure, that sounds like fun. Sorry, I'm too busy at the moment. That sounds like a bit of fun. We'll answer a couple of questions. Alright, is that... Oh, hello. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Some drivers have a pre-race ritual. Are there any superstitions you perform before a race? Left glove on first, lead with my everything. Left glove on first, lead with my right hand. Is the car lucky underway? You name it, I do the lot. Just the normal stuff, study strategy, talk to my mechanic, listen to music, nothing really superstitious. We do the normal things, you get me, around here. We don't start doing any of this superstitious geezer Mike Tyson thingies. Like many other sports people, would you consider collaborating with a brand away from your chosen field? Physical health is super important. I'd certainly consider putting my name to a range of gym equipment. Fashion, not for me. Probably like gym equipment, maybe, but I'm just going to go not for me. It's not really something that I would probably end up doing. And that's all the questions that they need to ask me. So, we've got 3,000 resource points that we can pummel into getting this car to just be better. Yeah, there is a regulation change of powertrain durability. I don't care. So, we've got an upgrade that's come in for the DRS mechanism. So that is going to enable us to have max power with the DRS. Now, we suffered a bit with straight line speed. So we're going to go ahead and do this one for the front wing end plates. We're going to put them on in time for the Mexican Grand Prix. Don't really want them to fail. Now, I can't afford the front wing main flat for front downforce, but I can afford the Venturi tunnels for rear downforce. Now, in terms of the chassis, we can't do the hydraulics, so that's completely irrelevant. And Mercedes are way in front on the chassis side of things. That is a little bit of a worry. And then obviously this stuff is all coming under that geezer time frame. So I'm just going to slap on the Venturi tunnels, and then in the next episode, hopefully we get enough resource points to then do the hydraulics and then bolster the chassis and really take it to Mercedes-Benz. But hey, we got to do what we got to do around here, innit? We get the resource points. We're going to have we're going to have the DRS upgrade coming, obviously. But that is going to be it then. Hopefully, we are still top, what it says we are for now. That is going to be it for this episode of the French Revolution. If you guys have enjoyed it, drop a like, subscribe if you're new here as well. And I'll see you guys for the next episode at the US Grand Prix. Thank you very much for watching. Take care all. Peace.